1 2 3. Test 1 2. Check 1 2 3.
And good afternoon. Actually, I guess still good morning here from Nobby's Ballpark in Cleveland, Ohio, as Case Western Reserve University and Brandeis University set for the final game of their four-game series today against each other. The final UAA game of the season between these two teams as well, as we are just moments away from getting started with Game 4. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm John Schwartz with play-by-play coverage of today's game between the Spartans and the Judges. Brandeis with a 2-1 series lead so far, and we'll look to pick up a series win where the Spartans are looking to salvage a split here today, and then with one more game remaining on the season, hope for the best as they move along into their final game of the year and see if, again, maybe, although they've certainly made it hard on themselves, so they could get an NCAA postseason berth. Let's go ahead and get you the starting lineups for both teams, beginning with Brandeis University, the visiting team in today's game. The Judges, who come in with a 15-18 overall record and a 3-12 mark in the UAA, will sport a similar lineup to what they've had the last few days. Victor Oppenheimer, the second baseman, leading off. Mike Corey, the third baseman, hits second. Isaac Foss is the first baseman in the 3 spot. And then Dan Fry, the center fielder, hitting cleanup. Luke Hall catching and batting fifth. Tommy Sand, the left fielder, hits sixth. Liam Kennedy, the designated hitter, in the 7 spot. Dan O'Leary playing right field and batting eighth. And Dominic Raphael, the shortstop, will hit ninth. Cam Roberts, the freshman on the mound today for Brandeis, 3-2 with a 5.67 ERA. And we will tell you more about him in the bottom of the inning when he takes the mound. For Case Western Reserve University, 21-13 on the year, 6-7 in the UAA, looking to finish the UAA season with a 500 record. Defensively, Noah Murley over at first base. Second baseman is Rocco Ma. The third baseman is Jacob Kusha, and the shortstop is Jacob Lott. In the outfield, left fielder is Jake Ryan. The center fielder is Samuel Neal. The right fielder is Jacob Pestel. Doing the catching today is Tyler Whippazinski, and throwing to him will be the junior southpaw Casey McConney, who is 1-2 on the year with a 7.20 ERA. Through 6 appearances, including 5 starts this season, McConney has thrown 20 innings, giving up 31 hits for a 360 opponent's batting average. He has allowed 21 total runs, 16 of them earned, and has walked 11 while striking out 12. McConney, in the middle of what's been a bit of a down season for him after a really strong sophomore campaign on the mound, and we'll see what he can do here today against a Brandeis team that he'll be making his 3rd career start against. And as the day goes on, we'll get you a little bit more information on what he's done in those previous 2 starts against Brandeis, one during his freshman year, the other as a sophomore last season. So the Spartans and the Judges set to get going. McConney will finish up his warm-up pitches. McConney out of Amherst, Ohio. Started the first 3 games of the series at first base for the Spartans. And he will get things going here against the top of the Brandeis order, which will be featuring 4 lefties in it today. Mike Corey, Dan Fry, Tommy Sand, and Dominic Raphael. So McConney set to get going. And we'll start things off against Victor Oppenheimer, the second baseman. A 274 hitter on the year. It'll be Oppenheimer, Corey, and Fossis to start things off in the first. First pitch on the way from McConney. Swung on ground ball, hit to second. Boz there, picks it up, throws to first, where Murley, who gets his first start of the series over at first base, makes the play for the first out of the inning. So 1 gone now. And the batter coming to the plate will be Mike Corey, a 370 hitter on the year. Corey, 7 home runs, 39 RBIs. He has 19 extra base hits total. That includes 10 doubles and 2 triples. First pitch from McConney, down in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-0. Now the 1-0 from Casey. And that misses down and in. 2-0. Lefty's hitting .500 against McConaughey this season, 6 of 12, so limited appearances by lefties. In fact, he should, as he delivers a strike there, 2-1, probably get 12 at-bats today. Or I should say lefty should have about 12 at-bats against him, give or take today. Righty's hitting at .338. Again, it's been a down year for McConaughey, who delivers a strike there, 2-2, but makes a big start here today. Previous years, he tends to be tough to hit, but that just has not been the case this season. McConaughey's given up a lot of base hits. Curveball swung on, lifted into the air, shallow center. Going back is Lott, and he'll make the catch. 2 gone. Lott went back to get that one. That was hit in a bit of a precarious spot. And good communication by the Spartans out there. Neal was charging in. Maul was coming over from second base. But Lott had the better run on that and was able to come over and get it. 2 quick outs for McConaughey, who delivers a first pitch down low for a ball to Isaac Fossis, 1-0. Fossis, the first baseman, a .306 hitter on the year with 4 home runs and 34 runs batted in. That one hit back to the mound. McConaughey with it, spins, throws to first, and a very quick inning for Casey, who gets the job done in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll move along to the bottom of the first inning and the top of the order for the Spartans. In fact, let's go ahead and get you the batting order for Case Western Reserve University. Noah Murley, the first baseman, leading things off. He'll be followed by Jake Ryan, the left fielder, in the 2 spot. Rocco Ma, the second baseman, hits third, and then Jacob Kusha playing third base and hitting cleanup. Tyler Wipazinski catching and batting 5th. Trey Armstrong, the designated hitter, hits 6th. Jacob Pesto playing right field and batting 7th. Samuel Neal, the lone lefty in the lineup today for the Spartans. He'll be playing center field and batting 8th. And Jacob Lott, the shortstop, rounds out the lineup in the 9 spot. For Brandeis, defensively, pretty much the same defensive alignment that we've seen all series. Isaac Fossis at first, Victor Oppenheimer at second, Dominic Raphael over at short, and then Mike Corey at third base. In the outfield, it's Tommy Sand in left field, Dan Fry in center. And in right field, Dan O'Leary, who's started now 3 of the 4 games in the series in right, although he has struggled out there defensively a bit. Doing the catching is Luke Hall. He'll make his 3rd start behind the plate of the series, and pitching to him will be Cam Roberts, the 3rd left-handed pitcher that Brandeis will start in the series. He's 3-2 on the year with a 5.67 ERA through 8 appearances, including 7 starts entering the game. He has 33 1/3 innings of work this year, and opponents have 42 hits against him and are batting .298 against Roberts. He's given up 29 total runs, 21 walks. 21 of those runs were earned. He has walked 14, struck out 23 through 33 1/3 innings. Roberts, a freshman of Leominster, Massachusetts, Nashua Regional High School, 5'11", 175 pounds. We had mentioned before that Case Western Reserve has hit lefties well, but this weekend that has not been the case, although really Case Western Reserve has not hit anybody particularly well this weekend, as Brandeis pitchers have done a good job on the mound, but it's also just been a slow weekend for the Spartan bats. Not to mention at a time of the year where they really needed those bats to come through, they just haven't this weekend. First pitch misses outside to Noah Murley, who's leading things off, and the count goes to 1-0. Murley, Ryan, and Moss set to get things going for the Spartans in the first. 1-0. On the outside corner for a strike, it's 1-1. Murley, a .306 hitter on the season, 19 hits and 62 at-bats for the junior. 1 home run, 8 runs batted in. Outside, 2-1. He hit leadoff in both games of the doubleheader yesterday. 2-1 on the way. And a little outside, 3-1. (3-1) on the way. Outside ball 4 and a leadoff walk issued to Murley. Well, this has been a bit of a common theme for Brandeis pitching. Some early walks in the game, but the Spartans have not made them pay for it. Let's see if that changes here today as Jake Ryan comes to the plate. Ryan hitting at .352 on the year with a team high 8 home runs and 35 runs batted in. Picked up his 14th double of the year in yesterday's ball game. And takes a called first strike as the count goes to 0-1. Marley with the lead off at first base. He's stolen 1 base on 4 attempts this year. Down in the dirt for a ball, 1-1. Terrific season for Jake Ryan. 51 hits and 145 at-bats. He has 29 runs scored, 35 runs batted in. Pickoff attempt at first. Murley dives back in. Ryan has walked 12 times, struck out 32. Yesterday had a 2 RBI base hit late in the game. And the second game of the day as that misses down low, 2-1. Ryan being patient here at the plate. Waits the 2-1 now from Roberts. And it's off the plate again, 3-1. Home plate umpire is Kyle Reese. He had the call behind the plate on the first game of the series. Bryce McCullough over at first base. Doug Nauer new to the crew for today's game over at third. Ryan swings, hits that towards right field. O'Leary is there, and he misses it out in right field. Murley will turn the corner. No, he stays at second. The throw comes in, and it'll go as a base hit to right field for Ryan. And it's now first and second with nobody out. So runner on with two on, I should say, with nobody out. And coming to the plate is Rocco Maw. And he swings, lines that one into the right center field gap for a base hit. Murley rounds the corner at third. He's going to try to score. Throw comes into second. And not in time. It'll be a base hit for Rocco Maw. And the Spartans take an early 1-0 lead. So Case Western Reserve strikes first. Still nobody out in the inning and 2 on. First pitch down and in from Roberts, and it's a 1-0 count. Jacob Kusha at the plate, a .374 hitter on the year, 49 hits and 131 at-bats. Swings and fouls that one off, and the count at 1-1. Nine doubles, 4 triples, 1 home run. He's driven in 24 this season as Kusha. Tremendous senior season, a .527 slugging percentage. He's reached base at a .490 clip this year. Sun's starting to peek out from behind some clouds here at Nobby's ballpark after a bit of a drizzly morning. That ball grounded towards third. Could be 2 if they hurry, but taking it to the bag just to get the lead runner is going to be Corey. And so it'll go as a fielder's choice for Kusha. Maw to second. Ryan out on the play. 5 unassisted. Little bit surprised that Corey didn't try to get the runner at second and start a double play. Instead opting to just take it to the bag and get the shore out there. I'll bring up Tyler Whippazinski with 1 out and 2 on. And that one grounded towards the hole at short. Raphael has it. His only play is at first where he makes a long throw and gets Whippazinski. Good play by Raphael at shortstop. Kusha and Ma both move up a bag. But now 2 outs in the inning. And it'll be up to Trey Armstrong, the designated hitter, to try to drive the runners in. Armstrong reached on a walk in yesterday's second ball game in the 9th inning and came around to score one of 2 runs in that frame. He's hitting a .214 overall on the season. And jumps on the first pitch, sending in the air, right field. Another chance for O'Leary, who comes over and makes the catch that time for the out. So the Spartans get a run in the first, but leave 2 stranded. It's a 1-0 Case Western Reserve lead. Fry, Hall, and Sandu up in the top of the second inning when we return. Pardon me, top of the second inning coming up. Game 4 of the series is starting to become a nice little sunny day out here in Cleveland. Is that one misses down and out to start the at-bat against Dan Fry. Down and in, 2-0. And a called strike, 2-1 on Fry. Fry, a .336 hitter, 3 home runs, 34 runs batted in. And it's now 3-1. Ground ball hit up towards the middle. Backhanded by Ma. Throw off his back foot in time to get the out. Solid play by Rocco Ma at second base, as he's able to take a hit away from Fry. And now with 1 gone, bases empty. First 4 sat down in order by McConaughey. And he will start the catcher, Luke Hall, off with a strike, 0-1. A good start here for McConaughey, who has looked strong early on. Misses outside there, and it's a 1-1 count. One to nothing Case Western Reserve lead. 1 run on 2 hits for the Spartans so far, as that one's fouled off, 1-2. McConaughey going from the stretch, even with the bases empty, throws a curve and it just misses outside, 2-2. Fouled back. Curveball down the third baseline by Hall. But foul. 2-2 still on Hall, a .327 hitter. 1 home run, 26 RBIs on the year. He's had a nice series. Hard line drive into right field. That'll be a base hit. So the first hit of the game for the Judges comes off the bat of Luke Hall, who, again, has played really well this whole series. And Brandeis has the potential game-tying run on the base paths now with 1 away. That will bring Tommy Sand to the plate. Sand, the left fielder, a .242 hitter on the season. Called strike. Oh and 2. And a called strike 3 with a big curve from McConney. Nice pitch. Sand didn't like that call, as he said something to the umpire, but that was a curveball down the middle of the plate. At least it looks so from up here. And I believe the Brandeis dugout was warned by home plate umpire Kyle Reese, and that's why Derek Carlson is going to come over, I think, to get some clarification on that. May also serve the dual purpose of making Casey McConney wait a little bit, get him out of his groove while he waits for the clarification to break up there on what is a cold but clear day right now. So 2 gone, bases are, well, actually runner on. And the batter is the designated hitter, Liam Kennedy, who takes a pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Two and 0. Ball hit up the middle, just over the glove of McConney and into center field for a base hit by Kennedy. That's one of those reaction plays where if you're McConney, you just get your glove up there and hope you get a piece of it. And he actually came closer, I think, to getting that than even Casey thought he would at first. But it does twist right around his glove and land in center field for a base hit. So the second hit of the inning, 2 on now with 2 away. Batter at the plate is Dan O'Leary, .224 hitter. He takes a called strike, 0-1. A bit of a misplay in right field earlier today that allowed a run to score eventually. The 0-1. Curve for a strike. And it's 0-2. And he can't hold up there. No, they say he did hold up. So Leary holds the swing on the pitch in the dirt, and that brings the count to 1-2. In the air, foul down the first base side, 1-2 still. Another 1-2 offering from McConney, the junior lefty. Curveball, line drive, center field, coming on is Neal. He'll field it on a hop. They'll wave the runner around, and it's misplayed by Neal out in center, and that'll allow the game-tying run to score. No error on that play. They were waving Hall around third all the way. But if Neal is able to field that cleanly, it potentially would have, it certainly would have been a much closer play at the plate. Instead, Hall scores easily from second base, and now it's first and third with 2 away. And the batter is the 9-hitter, Dominic Raphael. Go-ahead runner down at third base as McConney sets and delivers. Fastball in the dirt, gets away, goes all the way to the backstop, and that'll allow the runner to score. So a wild pitch makes it a 2-1 lead for Brandeis. McConney did not even come to cover home plate on that one. Makes it a 1-0 count at the plate. Now the 1-0 on the way. Swing and a miss, 1-1. So McConney started off the inning strong. Got a ground out. Got a strikeout looking with a runner on at first, but 3 singles allowed in the inning. As that misses down and in for a ball, 2-1. Line drive short, and a nice catch made by Jacob Lott, who's playing closer to the bag as he had to hold the base with the left-handed batter at the plate. And that allowed him to make an easy play on that one for the final out. But the damage done. 2 runs on 3 hits for Brandeis. They leave a man on. We will move into the bottom of the second. And the Spartans trail 2-1. Pestle, Neal, and Lott, bottom of the order for Case Western Reserve when we come back. Two to 1 the score. Brandeis with the lead after scoring a pair in the second. The Spartans with the bottom of the order to start off their half of the second inning. Jacob Pestle, Samuel Neal, and Jacob Lott as Pestle fouls off the first pitch 0-1. Pestle batting at 196 on the year. And he hits a rocket but foul down the third baseline, 0-2. That one got away from Roberts. 1-2 the count. Well, this is one of those innings where if you're Roberts, you're facing the bottom of the order. Your team just gave you a 2-1 lead. You allowed the run in the first, but an opportunity now with a 1-run advantage. See if you can get a shutdown inning here. Misses outside, and it's 2-2. Try to get through the side quickly and then get your team back up and swinging. 2-2 pitch on the way. And another one fouled away by Pestle. Count stays at 2-2. Two-two count, nobody out. Leadoff batter here In the second, for the Spartans, it's Pestle. Full count, 3-2. Misses outside for ball 4. So the second straight inning that has started with a leadoff walk for the Spartans. And a good job there by Pestle, who fell behind in the count early, but works his way back in and eventually draws the walk. So Pestle's on. Pretty good speed out there for Jacob, even though he's attempted just one steal this year and was successful. Samuel Neal will be the batter. Now, the Spartans have been testing the Brandeis defense with bunts throughout the weekend and with mixed success. Let's see if Neal's trying to lay one down here. He's not, at least not on the first pitch, and he takes it low for a ball, 1-0. Wouldn't be shocked if the bunt sign stays off until he gets a strike, and then we'll see with one strike if he's bunting. Well, there's the strike, and it's 1-1. So let's see if the bunt is on now or if Neal is swinging away here with the 1-1 count. Swinging away and takes it in, 2-1. Three and one. And that's ball 4. So Neal draws the walk. Back-to-back walks to start the inning. That's 3 walks through an inning plus for Roberts. And I think we're going to have a meeting on the mound here, as once again the Brandeis pitching coach will head out to have a talk with his pitcher. As the Spartans will send Jacob Lott to the plate, and we'll see what Lott is doing here. Does he try to bunt? Lott, not your typical 9-hitter. He's hitting a .250 on the year, but has delivered some big hits for the team this season. He has sacrificed twice this year, and I think in this situation, again, you might be looking, if you're Lott, to put down the sacrifice here. Judges will play in at the corners, although Corey not super far in at third. Stepping off the mound is Roberts, and maybe as much to see if he would get Lott to give it away a potential bunt. He does not there, and he is bunting. The runner goes, the throw down to third, and it's not in time, and then the trailing runner, Neal, advances on the play as well. So it goes a double steal as Pestle and Neal both get a bag. And it's now second and third, and now I think safe to assume that there will be no bunt here for Lott. He'll be swinging away with a chance to give his team the lead. Good speed at second base, so a base hit to the outfield should get a run in. At least, or well, maybe 2 runs in. And again, they continue to play very deep in left field and would almost assure the Spartans getting a lead on a base hit through the left side of the infield. Swing and a miss there brings the count to 2-1. Two-one pitch. Popped up, foul, and out of play. Well, these are the situations where the Spartans have come up short all weekend long. Runners in scoring position, nobody out in the inning, and they just haven't been able to convert. And they changed the story here in Game 4 of the series, trailing 2-1. And that one, line drive, left field base hit. 1 run in to score. Neal will hold at third. Going to second on the play is Lott, and he dives in safely. Good base running there for Jacob Lott. Well, Neal just didn't get a great jump off the bag on the line drive, and even though Sand was playing deep, he was able to get in enough time and get the ball in quickly enough to hold Neal at third. However, the Spartans do tie the game up, and it's second and third, still nobody out. Back to the top of the order now, and Noah Murley, who walked and scored the first run of the game for Case Western Reserve, comes to the plate and fouls back the first pitch he sees, 0-1. Now the 0-1 on the way. Curveball up high, 1-1. Judges are still in a few steps at the corners with Murley at the plate. Pitch misses high. It's 2-1. 2-2 the score. Each team with 2 runs on 3 hits. Three and one. And popped up, foul, and will get out of play. So the count now full, 3-2, nobody out. Murley at the plate, a .306 hitter with 2 in scoring position. Lott at second, Neal at third. Three-two. Ball 4. Third walk issued in the inning, the 4th straight batter to reach here in the second for the Spartans. And with the game tied at 2, Jake Ryan comes to the plate, 1 for 1 with a base hit, and a chance to give his team the lead back. Ryan hitting at .356 on the year. First pitch from Roberts. And that one swung on into right field. That'll get down for a base hit. 1 run into score as Neal comes across. Here comes Lott. He'll score without a throw. Holding at third is Murley, and pulling into second base with a 2 RBI double is Jake Ryan. And the Spartans regain the lead. It's now 4-2, Case Western Reserve. Still nobody out in the inning. 2 in scoring position still, and now Rocco Ma, who singled in a run his first time up, has a chance to do some more damage. First pitch on the way. Down low for a ball, 1-0. The Brandeis bullpen will begin to get up and warm. Down and in now, 2-0 on Ma with first base open. Albert Gutierrez is up in the bullpen right now for Brandeis, and he'll begin to throw, the right-handed pitcher. Swung on, ground ball to short, and it's through the shortstop's legs. So Ma will reach on the error by the shortstop. It's an RBI for Ma. Murley was going to score either way. And it is an earned run. And it's now first and third, still nobody out, and the Spartans leading 5-2. First error of the game for Brandeis. Second RBI of the game for Ma. Jacob Kusha, the batter now. And squares to bunt, pulls it back, and takes it down and in, ball 1. So 3 walks, 2 hits, and an error. The first 6 batters in the inning have reached for the Spartans. They put up 4 runs so far in the frame and lead 5-2. The 1-0 to Kusha. Strike at the knees, 1-1. Kusha reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning. Another breaking ball in the dirt. It's a 2-1 count. Line drive, right field. It drops in for a base hit. Ryan will hold at third.
Now batting, number 18, Tyler Whipzinski.
And now Tyler Whipzinski, the batter, with the bases loaded and nobody out. Inside, 1-0. Whip's hitting at 283 on the year. Grounded out to short in his first at bat. 1-0. Swung on, line drive into left field. That's a base hit. 1 run in to score. Maher rounds the corner at third. He'll come in to score. A 2 RBI single for Tyler Whipzinski. And the Spartans now lead 7-2.
Now batting, number 3, Trey Armstrong.
And Trey Armstrong now will be the 9th batter coming to the plate this inning. Still nobody out. Armstrong flew out to right field in his first at bat. And a time-buying meeting on the mound here, as Hall will come out, talk to his pitcher, and I have to imagine the pitching change is going to come once this meeting is over. Well, maybe one more batter here for Roberts. As Armstrong stands in. 3 walks, 4 hits, and an error in the inning so far. Every Case Western Reserve hitter of the 8 to come to the plate so far have reached. Can Armstrong make it 9 in a row? He takes the first pitch down and out for a ball. 1-0 the count. Whipzinski at first. Kusha at second. Nobody out in the inning. And that ball hit down the line in left, but will tail foul and get out of play. 1-1. Timing a little bit off for Armstrong. It's been a little bit of a season of fits and starts for Trey. Trying to end it strong as the 1-1. Instead, he'll step out. The 1-1. Runner goes. The bunt shown. Throw goes down to second, and it's not in time. So the leading runner, Kusha, took off. Whipzinski followed. It's a 2-1 count at the plate. Second double steal of the inning for the Spartans. And now 2 in scoring position. Still nobody out. 2-1 to Armstrong. Jumps on that one and fouls it off. 2-2. Six runs across already in the inning. Line drive, second base, and Oppenheimer has it for the first out of the frame. So Armstrong retired on the soft liner. 1 gone now, second and third, and we will get the pitching change here for Brandeis. Judges will go their bullpen here with 1 out in the second inning. The 10th batter of the frame coming up, and a new pitcher to face him when we return. Well, welcome back. New pitcher on the mound for Brandeis is number 22, Albert Gutierrez. Gutierrez making his 12th appearance of the year. That includes 4 starts. He's 2-2 with a 12.09 ERA. Through 22 and a third innings, he has given up 37 hits at 366 opponent's average, 36 runs allowed, 30 of those earned. He has struck out 18 and walked 13. And we'll come into the game here with 2 in scoring position, second and third, 1 away. And Jacob Pesto, who started the inning off with a walk and eventually came around to score a run, comes to the plate. First pitch, a called strike, and it's 0-1. Pestle hitting at 196, trying to drive in a couple runs here with a base hit. It's taken outside, 1-1. Pestle kind of got things going with a really good at-bat to start the inning. Remember, Brandeis took the lead in the top of the second, scoring 2 runs, and had a 2-1 lead coming into the inning. Gutierrez skips that one, and it's 2-1. Instead, in an inning like that, the importance of getting a couple of quick outs, trying to get your team back to the plate, well, starting pitcher Cam Roberts started strong against Pestle, got 2 strikes on him quickly, but Pestle battled back to eventually draw a walk on a 3-2 pitch, and here singles up the middle, and that'll score both. Kusha and Wipazinski come around to score on the 2 RBI single for Jacob Pestle, and it's now 9-2. So 2 more runs come across for Case Western Reserve. That's now 8 in the inning. And Samuel Neal will come to bat for the second time today. He drew a walk earlier in the inning and scored a run. Runner goes, and Pestle will take second base on a ball in the dirt. 1-0 the count. Now the 1-0 pitch. Outside corner for a strike. It's 1-1. It's taken down low. 2-1 the count. 9 runs on 7 hits for the Spartans. Scored 8 of the runs here in the inning. The 2-1 on the way to Neal. Checks his swing and takes the inside fastball for a strike. 2-2. Neal trying to keep his average above 300. It's now at 301 for the season. 2-2. Line drive and stabbed. Nice catch by Fawcett, who then gets up and throws it into left field. And with the left fielder playing as deep as he was, the error will allow Pestle to move up a bag. So it's a line drive, and again, Fawcett's with a nice play, but his throw gets away, and Pestle moves up 1 bag. Second error of the inning for Brandeis. And with 2 gone now in the frame, it'll be up to Jacob Lott. Lott singled and scored a run. And takes that one down low. That was earlier in the inning. Drove in a run with a base hit as well at the time and tied the game at 2-2. Down and away, 2-0. Popped up. First base side. Fawcett has a beat on it underneath it and can't make the catch. It drops in. It brings the count to 2-1. Not going to give an error on that one, but it was certainly a makeable play. Tough to tell from our angle here, but it doesn't look like he ever really settled underneath that fully, as that one's fouled back. Two on the way. Up high, 3-2. Ground ball foul, and Lott stays alive, 3-2. And down and out for ball 4, so another walk issued.
Now batting, number 2, Noah Murley.
As the 4th walk issued by Brandeis pitching this inning. The 5th walk overall, and now Noah Murley to the plate for the 2nd time in the inning, and the 3rd time so far in the game. He's walked twice and starts this at bat off with the ball, 1-0. Murley walked and scored a run in the 1st, walked and scored a run earlier this inning. His 1-0 on the way. And he swings, grounds it to 3rd. Corey with it and throws the short way to 2nd to get the out. But the Spartans do some damage here in the 2nd inning. 8 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors, and 2 left on base. 3rd inning coming up, and it's now 9-2. Case Western Reserve with the lead. Oppenheimer, Corey, and Fosses. Top of the order for Brandeis when we return. Well, welcome back once again. Case Western Reserve has jumped out now to a 9-2 lead as we begin the top of the 3rd. Top of the order for Brandeis. Oppenheimer, Corey, and Fosses to face McConaughey for the 2nd time today. And Casey starts off Oppenheimer with the ball down and in, 1-0. Well, if you're McConaughey now, just want to start pounding the strike zone. That one line drive down the line in right, but foul, 1-1. You get that big 7-run lead, and same rule applies here that we mentioned in the bottom of the 2nd, that when your team scores a bunch of runs for you, the best thing you can do is get back out there and get them into the dugout quickly and hitting again. There, though, a leadoff single for Oppenheimer through the right side of the infield, and there's one on with nobody out. The matter now is Mike Corey who will hit here. Corey popped out to short in his first at bat. He's hitting at .367 on the year. And that one just barely misses for a ball, 1-0. McConaughey at 39 pitches, and again, your team just gave you a 7-run lead. You want to try to maximize your distance in this game. That one grounded out to 2nd. Maw with it, backhand over to short for 1, back on to 1st. Not in time. And they call him safe at 2nd. They must have. So they'll say safe at second base. I guess they say lot came off the bag there. So nobody out. That'll go as a base hit to second base. Is that pitch taken for a called strike, 0-1. And Fawcett takes the curve for a strike. Count quickly goes to 0-2. Fouled away, stays at 0-2 on Fawcett. A little bit of early trouble here in the inning for McConaughey. Pair of singles to start the frame. His team still leads by 7. Pitch in the dirt, blocked nicely by Whippazinski. 1-2 the count. Another one fouled off. Count stays at 1-2. In the dirt. Full or 2-2 count. Good job by Whippazinski behind the plate to block that one. So 2-2. Curveball, little high. And the count goes full, 3-2. Ground ball, third base side. It's a foul ball. Well, the umpire in the field, Douglas Nauer, called him out, but it was called foul. That's the home plate umpire's call, whether it's fair or foul down that line. It was called foul by Kyle Reese, the home plate umpire. Not much of an argument there from anyone else. So foul ball, 3-2. And that'll be ball 4. And so McConaughey issues the walk, and now the bases are loaded with nobody out. So the first 3 batters here in the third reach for Brandeis, and now Dan Fry, the cleanup hitter, coming to the plate. Fry ground out to second base his first time up. McConaughey would love another ground ball to an infielder here. The Spartans would gladly trade a run to get an out or two in this situation. That misses down and out, 1-0. That one hit towards the air and left, and Ryan is there and grabs it for the out. Oppenheimer was not tagging on that one. Not sure he would have had a chance anyway, but he jumped off the bag, and by the time he got back, that ball was hit hard enough that he had no chance to move up. So that'll be the first out of the inning. By the way, good defensive positioning there by the Spartans. Assistant coach Brandon Stuckey moved Ryan to that exact spot to the ball that was hit right before the play. Can't draw him up much better than that. And the first pitch fastball now to Luke Hall. Misses down and out, 1-0. Well, ground ball here could get McConaughey out of the inning. Hall singled and scored a run last inning. But it gets that in the count here, 2-0. Leave Tony Smodilla back up in the bullpen. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Two and two. In the air, left field and deep. Coming over is Ryan. Still coming. Foul territory. Can't make the grab. He made a sliding last-second attempt. But the ball drops in foul territory, so it just goes... Well, it's not much there. Just a long foul ball. And Hall will retreat to the plate to take another cut at it. Again, Hall's been a tough out all series long. He hits here with the bases loaded and one away, a 9-2 Case Western Reserve lead. Pitch from McConaughey. That one lifted in the air, deep towards left field. Going back is Ryan, still going back underneath it, and he makes the catch. Tagging from third and scoring is Oppenheimer. Going to third on the play is Corey, who tags from second. It'll go as a sacrifice fly for Hall, who got a lot of that one. Fawcett stays at first base, and it's now a 9-3 game. 2 outs in the inning. And Tommy Sand, the lefty, will come to the plate against McConaughey. Sand struck out looking on a curveball his first time up. And lifts that in the air to left field. Coming over is Ryan, still coming, and it lands in foul territory. 0-1 the count. Wind is blowing that way a bit today, and it's been carrying the ball in that direction. Now, of course, the wind shifts. Breaking ball. Inside, 1-1. Windy day here. Nobby's ballpark. Clouds in the sky. Popped up. Center field. Neal with it. He'll battle the wind, but charge in and make the catch on the run for the final out of the inning. This could have been worse for McConaughey, who loaded the bases with nobody out, but allows just a run on 2 hits in the frame. And we will move into the bottom of the third. The Spartans sent 13 batters to the plate, scored 8 runs in the second. It'll be Ryan Monkusha coming up to try to replicate that here in the third when we return. Jake Ryan starts off the at-bat with the ball, and the count goes to 1-0 on the Spartans left fielder here in the bottom of the third. A couple hits today for Ryan, who now gets ahead 2-0. Single and a 2 RBI double in the game for Ryan, facing Gutierrez for the first time. Gets the called strike on the outside corner, 2-1. 37 RBIs on the year now for Ryan. Slider missed in, and it's now 3-1. Gutierrez came in relief last inning as Ryan hits that in the air. Right field, headed towards the line. O'Leary giving chase, still coming over, and dives and makes the catch for the out. Well, a nice job in foul territory by O'Leary to make the grab, and after struggling with some of the defensive play out there throughout the weekend, he makes a really, really nice play to redeem himself a bit. So one gone now, and actually Matt Englander is going to come out. And I think he's going to ask for some clarification on that, maybe to see if that one actually dropped in there. Conversation will be with Bryce McCullough, who's the home plate umpire for yesterday's game and threw Englander out of the game. And Englander asking, I think, if they can ask the other umpires if they saw anything that he didn't. And McCullough didn't exactly seem pleased to be doing that, but brings everyone over, and the out is called. So that'll be the first out of the inning and bring Rocco Maud to the plate. Takes a first pitch curve for a strike. Good bender there from Gutierrez, 0-1. One and one the count. One and two. Two and two. Chopper, third base side, foul. Stays a 2-2 count on Ma with the bases empty and one away. Rocco hitting at .338 on the year. He's been on base twice, an RBI single in the first, and reached on an error his last time up. Came around to score a run. Drove in a run with that error, as well as a ground ball to short that was misplayed by Rafael. There was a runner at third at the time and nobody out. The runner was coming home whether or not the play was made. That ball grounded through the left side of the infield for a base hit. Eighth hit of the game for the Spartans. And Jacob Kusha now to the plate. Kusha 1 for 2 in the game, a single and a run scored in the second. Well, it's a 6-run game, so certainly not out of hand yet, and you have to imagine that the Spartans, who have run early and often in this game, will be moving again here, or at least Rocco Ma will. He's the team's leading stealer, and Gutierrez will throw over. The Spartans are already 5 for 5 on stolen base attempts in the game. Gutierrez threw over twice. That one rolled away a little bit, but not far enough for Maud to advance. Kusha hitting at .376. Runner goes. The pitch taken for a strike. Throw down to second is in time for the out. 2-4 on the caught stealing. Maws retired. Good throw by Hall. Good tag applied by Oppenheimer, and there are 2 gone in the frame. Meanwhile, it's now an 0-1 count at the plate. Curveball called strike, 0-2. One and two. Two and two. And just misses there. Full count, 3-2. So Kusha takes 3 straight balls after initially falling behind 0-2. 3-2 on the way. Swung on, hit in the air, right field and deep. O'Leary going back, still going back. He trips and falls, and it lands in right field. And Kusha will turn on the Jets as he rounds second, head for third with a triple. So a triple to right field for Kusha. And O'Leary, after making a really nice play earlier on. Again, that's a hit. Once the outfielder falls out there, it's got to be a hit called, but that's certainly a catchable ball out there and right. As Whippazinski, first pitch swinging, is going to test O'Leary again. This one down the line. O'Leary coming over, dives, and he made the catch again. So Dan O'Leary giveth, and Dan O'Leary taketh away. He made 2 diving catches in foul territory during the frame. And in between, slipped and allowed a triple, but he has looked, well, at times it's been an adventure, but he's made some nice plays out there, and that will end the inning. So we'll move into the 4th. Kennedy, O'Leary, and Raphael due up. Bottom of the order for Brandeis when we return. Liam Kennedy, the designated hitter, to start things off in the 4th. 9-3 the score. Case Western Reserve leading. McConney begins his 4th inning of work with a curveball on the outside corner for a strike to Kennedy, 0-1. Kennedy, O'Leary, Raphael, the batters due up. Bottom of the frame for the for the Judges here. That one cranked fouling out of play. And it's 0-2. Fouled off into the Brandeis dugout. Might have clipped the corner of the dugout, bounced back out and clanged off of Dominic Raphael there, but he seems fine. The 0-2, ground ball to short. Lot. One gone.
Now batting, number 17, Dan O'Leary.
So one out. And Dan O'Leary will be the batter. Well, it's been a mixed bag today for O'Leary. Some misplays out in right field, but he's also made a few fantastic catches. And at the plate, he's 1 for 1 with an RBI single. He's batting at .237 on the season. And the breaking ball misses outside, 1-0. Called strike, 1-1. Two and one. Line drive, shallow right. It drops in for a base hit. So Leary now 2 for 2 at the plate.
Now batting, number 9, Dominic Raphael.
So Leary on at first with one away, and Dominic Raphael, the batter, lined out to short his first time up. Ground ball hit towards second. Could be 2 if they hurry. Flip to short for 1. Lott's relay throw is in time for the out. 4-6-3 on the double play. McConaughey works around a 1-out base hit in the frame, and we move to the bottom of the 4th. 9-3 the score. Case Western Reserve leading. Armstrong, Pestle, and Neal due up in the bottom of the 4th when we return. Welcome back. New pitcher on the mound for Brandeis will be Rick Jam, who will pitch for the second straight day. Pitched late in the second game yesterday. Allowed a run to score. On the season, he's 1-1 with a 1.42 ERA. Through 12 appearances, 12 2/3 innings pitched, he's allowed 14 hits, 12 runs, 2 of them earned, though. So again, we mentioned this yesterday. He's allowed a lot of runs total, but very few of them have been earned. He has walked 8, struck out 6, a .264 opponent's average this season for Jam. Jam is a sophomore out of Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. Attended the Advanced Math and Science Academy, 5'11", 195 pounds. And the Spartans will get their second look at him. And will send their 6, 7, and 8 hitters to the plate to do so to begin the 4th inning. Armstrong, Pestle, and Neal. Third pitcher of the day for Brandeis. Roberts lasted an inning and a third. Gave up 9 runs, 8 earned on 6 hits and 4 walks. Gutierrez held the Spartans scoreless on 3 hits and a walk through an inning and 2/3, and now he turns it over to Jam here to begin the 4th. First pitch fastball misses inside to Armstrong, and the count goes to 1-0. Armstrong drew a walk to begin the 9th last game against Jam. And that one misses inside, 2-0. Up and in, 3-0. And taking all the way, Armstrong takes a fastball in the outside corner. 3-1 count. Ground ball, foul down the third base side. Count goes full, 3-2. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Armstrong might have tipped that one a bit, but goes right back into the catcher's glove. And that will be the first out of the inning. So Jam gets the strikeout, one gone, and Jacob Pestel to the plate. Pestel's been on base twice today. Both times came in that second inning. He walked and scored a run to start the frame, and then singled and drove in 2 runs later in the inning. Takes a called strike, and it's an 0-1 count on Pestel, who's now a .211 hitter on the year. It's a 1-1 count now. Down low, 2-1. And a little up high that time, 3-1. And ball 4. So Pestel draws his second walk of the game. I'll bring Sam Neal to the plate. Neal came up to bat twice in the second inning. He walked and then lined out to first base in his 2 trips to the plate. And hits that in the air towards center field, shallow. Fry charging in, still coming, but it lands in between he and the left fielder Sand, and that will go as a base hit for Neal. 10th of the game for the Spartans. And there are now 2 gone, or 1 out in the inning, 2 on. And Jacob Lott will be the hitter. Lott 1 for 1. Again, he batted twice in that second inning as well. An RBI single and a walk in the second. The RBI single tied the game at 2-2 at the time. It's now a 9-3 game. Pickoff attempt down at second. Pestel comes back in time. Oppenheimer, the second baseman, tried to sneak in behind Pestel. Good speed on the base paths with Pestel and Neal out there. Ground ball and through for a base hit. Pestel waved around third. He'll come in to score. And it's now 10-3. The Spartans add on a run here in the 4th. Pestel with the RBI, or pardon me, Lott with the RBI single. Second RBI base hit of the day for Lott. 3 straight batters have reached now. That's in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Lott at first, Neal at second, one away, the pitch. And Murley takes it down low, 2-0. Murley, a .302 hitter on the year. He's been on base twice, but 0 for 1. Walked twice and scored 2 runs. 2-0. Pickoff attempt to second. And Oppenheimer dives on it to keep it from going into the outfield. You can tell Neal has caught Jam's attention a little bit out there. Dancing off the bag, trying to get into his line of sight a bit. Pitch in the dirt for a ball. It's 3-0, and a walk here would load the bases with Jake Ryan waiting out on deck. Remember, the UA does have a 10-run rule in effect. It's 10 runs after 7 innings, or 6.5 with the home team leading. As that misses down low for ball 4. The bases are loaded, and so again, if you're the Spartans, you can maybe save a little bullpen here today if you can continue to add on to their lead. It's a 7-run lead right now, but with just 1 out of the inning, the base is loaded, and the Spartans will send Jake Ryan to the plate. Ryan 2 for 3 in the game. And a called strike, 0-1. A single in the first, a 2 RBI double, and a run scored in the second for Ryan. The 0-1 on the way. Down and out, 1-1. In the air, foul and out of play. 1-2. And that's it in the air. Center field should be deep enough to get a run in. Fry underneath it, makes the catch for the out. Neal will tag and come in to score. The throw goes to third. And it's a sacrifice fly for Jake Ryan. And the Spartans now lead 11-3. 2 outs in the inning, and that'll bring Rocco Ma to the plate. He's been on base all 3 times today. 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. He's reached base twice on singles, then reached on an error in the second. Trying to keep the inning going is the first pitch. And that's sent down the line and right. If it's fair, it's going to be trouble, and that will get down in front of the warning track. 1 run in to score as Lott comes in from second. Murley rounding the corner at third. He will come in to score. Maupaul's in at third with a 2 RBI triple. And it's now 13-3, the Spartans leading. So Ma taking it the other way and turning it into a pair of runs. He stands at third base now. Jacob Kusha, who's 2 for 3 in the game with a single and a triple, comes up. It's a 13-3 lead now for the Spartans. They are up by 10. 4 more runs here in the 4th. Fastball taken at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Down and out, 1-1. In the air, foul. 1-2. Kusha has his average up to .381. His triple earlier was his team leading 5th of the year. Done a good job taking the ball the opposite way this year. 1-2 to Kusha. That one sent the opposite way down the line and right, and that will get over the head of O'Leary and down for extra bases. Maughan to score. Kusha turns the corner at second. He's going to try for third. The throw will not be in time, And it's the second straight triple for the Spartans, the second triple in as many at-bats for Kusha, and it's now 14-3. And that might be it here for Rick Jam. Jared Carlson, head coach for Brandeis, coming out. And it looks like he will make the call to the bullpen. So Brandeis making a pitching change. The Spartans, meanwhile, have hit around for the second time in the game, as Tyler Whipzinski will come up and face the new pitcher. It's now 14-3. Spartans leading when we return. Welcome back once again. Case Western Reserve has extended its lead to 11 runs with a 5-run bottom of the fourth. Bottom of the fourth. Tyler Whipzinski, the ninth batter to bat in the inning, will come up here with a runner at third and 2 away and face a new pitcher in Tim Lopez. Lopez 0-2 on the year through 9 appearances and 2 starts with an ERA of 20.25 as Whipzinski fouls back the first pitch of the at-bat, 0-1. Through 12 innings, he's allowed 23 hits for a .426 opponent's average, 27 earned runs, 30 runs total allowed. He has walked 24. Count goes to 1-1. 24 walks through 12 innings of work this year, so clearly struggled with some control. That's down and in for a ball, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Chopper, third base side foul. 2-2. Two-two pitch. That went into the air deep towards center field. Fry back, able to settle underneath it and make the catch. And that will end the inning. However, the Spartans strike for 5 more here in the bottom of the fourth and will carry a 14-3 lead into the 5th inning. Top of the order for Brandeis, Oppenheimer, Corey, and Fossis due up when we return. (14-3) the score. Case Western Reserve leading in the series finale. McConaughey on the mound, 69 pitches to start the 5th inning. Top of the order for Brandeis. First pitch popped up by Oppenheimer, fouling out of play, 0-1. Oppenheimer reached base on a single, scored a run back in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2 on the day, also grounding out to second base back in the 1st. Ground ball through the left side of the infield for a base hit. So Oppenheimer singles to start the 5th. I'll bring up Mike Corey, who is 1 for 2 in the game. Top of the 5th inning, the Spartans have gotten their bats going here today after a lackluster offensive series through the first 3 games. Ground ball first base, knocked down by Murley. McConaughey late to get over and can't get his foot in there in time. And that'll go as an infield single. McConaughey was a little bit late getting over to that first base side. And let's see if he's okay. He may have taken an awkward step there. At the very least, I think Tyler Wipzinski came out just give his pitcher a little bit of a breather here after he had a sprint over to the bag. So second time we've seen the top of the order get back-to-back hits to start an inning. Happened in the 3rd as well, where Oppenheimer and Corey each had base hits. 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Isaac Fossis, first pitch swinging, line drive right field. That's a base hit. Good job by Pestle out there getting to it quickly and getting it back in, but the bases are loaded. That will get the Case Western Reserve bullpen up and going again. And that will be Paul Slota who begins to throw. And this is kind of the territory you want for Slota here, who, again, if the Spartans can hold the lead, may only need 3 more innings of work from their pitching staff. However, the base is loaded here, and a first pitch curve from McConaughey taken by Dan Fry for a strike, 0-1. Fry came up with the bases loaded in the 3rd inning and nobody out. Hit a fly ball to shallow left field and was unable to get a run in with that. The 0-1. In the dirt, Whippazinski smothers it as the count goes to 1-1. Hasn't been an easy day for McConaughey, but his team has backed him up offensively today. The 1-1. In the dirt, 2-1. Called strike. 2-2 the count. See if McConaughey can get a big first out to the inning here. It's a 2-2 count on Fry. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball hit towards second. Ball has it. Goes to second for one. Back onto first, and it is not in time. A run comes in to score on the plate. It'll go as a fielder's choice. 4-6, Foss is put out at second base. Corey to third, Oppenheimer in to score. And it's now 14-4. And Luke Hall will bat with one out and runners on the corners. Hall a single and a sac fly. He's 1 for 1 today. Breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Curveball up high, 1-1. Sun really shining now. It's going to be a cold afternoon, but bright sun out there for the moment. As the swing and a miss there, 1-2. Curveball hits softly back towards the mound. Kusha fields it and throws on to first in time to get the out, and the runner had to hold at third. Good play by Kusha, who was able to get the out. Fried is second on the play, so it'll be second and third now with 2 away. Again, McConaughey an out away from really doing a good job of minimizing the damage in the inning. Tommy Sand, the batter. Sand 0 for 2 in the game. Takes the first pitch down and out for a ball. It's 1-0. Sand hitting a .234 in the year. Here's the 1-0 offering. Ground ball, first base side. Murley backhands it. He'll run to the bag himself and gets there just ahead of Sand for the final out of the inning. So, again, a good job by McConaughey, who allows 3 straight hits to start the inning, but despite the bases being loaded with just 1 out, gets out of the frame with just 1 run allowed. We'll move to the bottom of the 5th. The Spartans will send the same 3 that they started the 4th off with. Armstrong, Pestle, and Neal to the plate when we return. Welcome back. We'll get a pinch hitter here for Case Western Reserve University as freshman Matt Camardo steps to the plate looking for his first collegiate hit. Camardo 0 for 1 on the season. Facing Tim Lopez. Camardo, left-handed hitter. Takes that one up and out. 1-0. Big Mac, 6'6", 250 pounds. Takes a cut at that one, and it goes to 1-1. Limited playing time as a freshman for Camardo. He's seen time in a handful of games and has his first collegiate hit on a line drive to the opposite field. So congratulations to Matt Camardo, who picks up the first hit of his collegiate career. Well, Camardo, a big smile on his face. They'll get that ball to the dugout. Jacob Kusha, I think, leading the charge on that one. Is Camardo will get a souvenir. Take a little lead off of first base, and something tells me Mac, who we haven't seen on the base paths yet this year, not exactly a speed demon out there. That misses up high for a ball, 1-0. I'll tell you, he looks like a runner out there at first base. Tell you, if you're a shortstop or a second baseman covering second, you see a guy who's 6'6", 250 come barreling down the line at you, you must think you're playing the wrong sport. That's down low for a ball, 3-0, and it's chance for Pestle to reach base again. He's been on base all 3 times today. Scored 2 runs, driven in 2. He has 2 walks and a single. 3-0 offering from Lopez. Pestle, I imagine, taking all the way here. And he takes it down the middle for a strike, 3-1. That one into the air, deep to left field, back to the track, reaching up and making the catch for the out in left field is Sand. Pestle gave that a ride, swinging on the 3-1 pitch, but it comes up just short of the wall. And again, Sand, who has been playing very deep all weekend long, a strategy that has worked for the most part, able to get that one for the out. So 1 gone in the frame, and now Sam Neal to the plate. First pitch on the way. Curveball up high, 1-0. Neal 1 for 2 on the day. A walk, a single, 2 runs scored. Misses outside, 2-0. Fouled off. 2-1. That one into the air, deep towards right field. O'Leary going back. He reaches up and makes the catch. Another hard hit ball, but another out in the inning. Is O'Leary able to retire the batter for the out? Well, the Spartans are teeing off right now on Lopez. But just 2 outs to show for it. That ball, chopper hit towards third. Throw on to second in time for the out, and that ends the inning. As Lott is retired. And that will move us along into the 6th. Bottom of the order, Kennedy, O'Leary, and Raphael due up for Brandeis when we return. Welcome back again. New pitcher on the mound for Case Western Reserve is Paul Sloden. He'll face a pinch hitter from Brandeis, Darren Bates, as Bates will pinch hit for the designated hitter, Liam Kennedy. First pitch a called strike, and it's 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Get you some information on Sloda here in just a second as he tries to keep the Spartans ahead by 10 or more. That one misses outside by a shade. Good breaking pitch from Sloda, 1-2. We're in the 6th inning. It's a 14-4 game. Crank foul. Will land out of play. 1-2 still. Sloda on the year, 1-1 with a 2.45 ERA. Through 8 appearances, he's thrown 11 innings, given up 9 hits, 7 runs, 3 of them earned. He has walked 12 and struck out 12. Swing and a miss at the slider, and that will be strike 3. One gone. Dan O'Leary now to the plate, the right fielder, 2 for 2 in the game with 2 hits and an RBI single. First pitch from Sloda. Swing and a miss. He has that slider working well here today. 0-1 the count. Sloda having the best season of his career. And his role likely to increase when he becomes a senior next year, as that one's fouled away, 0-2. Paul has always been a guy with a lot of talent, good fastball, good slider as well. But this is the year where he started to piece it all together. That one misses inside for a ball, 1-2. He's making his first appearance of the series. Up high, 2-2. Fastball called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the day for Sloda. O'Leary down looking. And Dominic Raphael now the batter, 0 for 2 in the game. A line out and grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. Sloda's first pitch to the lefty. Fastball outside corner, 0-1. Swing and a miss. And it's now 0-2. Here's the 0-2. And a fastball just a bit down and in. 1-2. Boy, Sloda looking good here early on. Again, if he can hold Brandeis scoreless both in the 6th and the 7th, Spartans can go home a little bit early. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Sloda strikes out the side in the 6th. We'll move into the bottom of the frame. The Spartans with a 10-run lead. 14-4 could be their last at bat of the game. Top of the order coming up, Murley, Ryan, and Maul when we return. Welcome back once again. Case Western Reserve leading 14-4. Again, the 10-run rule is in effect for conference games. So Brandeis will need to score at least one run in the top of the 7th to keep the game going past that point. The Spartans will try to make that a little bit tougher to do here if they can add on a few more runs. At the top of the order coming up, Murley, Ryan, and Ma due up this inning. It looks like Nick Solito has come out to hit on deck. Murley facing a new pitcher here in Gavin Dower. He's been on base 3 times, each time via the walk. Takes a called first strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. That one fouled away, 0-2. Dower, a freshman, 6 foot tall, 195 pounds, out of Winchester, Massachusetts, St. John's Prep High School. Swung on, ground ball down to third. That's Corey, and gets it there for the out, 1 gone. We'll get, oh no, I'm sorry, that will be Jake Ryan who comes up here. I thought I saw 16 in the on-deck circle, but it wasn't. It was Ryan wearing number 26. So Ryan steps up. He has 3 RBIs today, 2 for 3 in the game with a sac fly, a 2 RBI double, and a single. Fouls back the first pitch, and it's an 0-1 count. Dower on the season, 1-2 through 13 appearances with an ERA of 10. Ground ball hit toward short and through for a base hit. Third hit of the game for Jake Ryan. 15th hit of the day for the Spartans. And Rocco Mall will come to the plate. And what will likely be the final conference at bat for the reigning UAA Player of the Year. Dower, 9 innings pitched, 11 hits, 11 runs, 10 earned this year. He's walked 14, struck out 9. Opponents hitting .297 against him entering play. Curveball called strike, and it's 0-1. Ryan leads from first. Ma waits the 0-1. And swings and hits that in the air. Center field. Fry charging and will make the catch for the out. Fry's played a nice defensive center field all weekend long. And gets the second out there. Retiring Rocco Ma for the second out of the inning. Ma had been 3 for 4, so now 3 for 5 in the game. 4 RBIs today for Ma. I'll bring up Jacob Kusha, who's had hits in his last 3 at-bats. He's 3 for 4, including a pair of triples. Batting at .385. First pitch. Fastball outside corner, 0-1. Hit in the air, shallow center, diving, and unable to make the grab is the shortstop, Raphael, and that'll go down as a base hit, the 4th hit of the game for Akusha. Good attempt by Raphael, who was able to dive and almost came down with the catch, but I think when he hit the ground, the ball got knocked loose. And it's first and second now with 2 away, and Tyler Whippazinski will come up for, will likely be his final conference at bat of his career. Whip today, 1 for 4 with a 2 RBI single back in the second. First pitch misses down low for a ball, 1-0. First ball thrown of the inning by Dower. Called strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Inside, and it hit him. Whipzinski hit by the pitch, and that will load the bases up with 2 outs for Matt Camardo, who's coming off his first career hit in his last at bat. Camardo now 1 for 2 on the year, hitting at .500. Well, hit here with the bases loaded. See if he can get his first career RBI. Takes it down low, and it's a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. 2-0. See how aggressive Matt gets here. 2-0 with 2 away. 10-run lead for the team. 14-4. Case Western Reserve on top. And he takes a called strike. 2-1. Down and in, 3-1. Three-one pitch. Called strike. That one caught the knees. And the count goes full, 3-2. So the runners will all get an early head start here. Ryan from third, Kusha from second, Whipzinski from first. 3-2, 2 away, the payoff pitch. And swung on, grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. 1 run in to score. Here comes Kusha. He'll score as well. It's a 2 RBI single for Matt Camardo, his first 2 RBIs of his career. And it's now a 16-4 lead for Case Western Reserve. Good job by Matt Camardo. Nice at bat. And it pays off with a couple of RBIs. And so first and third now with 2 away. And Jacob Pestel will be the batter. Pestel hitting a .207 on the year. He's been on base 3 times today. A hit and 2 walks. Swing and a miss at the first pitch, and it's 0-1. So 16-4 now. The 17th hit of the game for Case Western Reserve. Matt Camardo's second hit of the day. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Pestel, the only out he's made was a fly ball back to the wall in left field his last time up. Dower trying to get through the 6th. Here's the 0-2. And a little outside, 1-2 the count. So Brandeis will now need to score at least 3 runs next inning to stop the game from ending early, and that may increase a little bit more as that one drops in for a base hit. 1 run in to score. Stopping at third. No, they'll send Matt Camardo home. The throw to the plate is in time for the out, and that will end the inning. It's an RBI single for Pestel. It makes it a 17-4 game. And it will be 17-4 as we move into the top of the 7th. Last chance for Brandeis. They'll need at least 4 runs to keep the game going when we return. Welcome back. Paul Slaughter will try to close this one out in the 7th. Top of the order due up for Brandeis. It's a 17-4 game, and again, it's a 10-run rule in effect, so Brandeis will need to score 4 to avoid the early ending to the game. Slaughter struck out the side in the 6th, then back out on the mound here for the 7th. One more game in the regular season currently scheduled for the Spartans, who will face John Carroll on Tuesday here at Nobby's Ballpark, the final scheduled regular game. There's always a chance that Case Western Reserve adds another game or two in there. They actually have 4 more games potentially to add to the schedule. And after dropping 2 of the 4-game series this weekend, that might be something Matt Englander wants to do as he attempts to strengthen the team's standing for a NCAA postseason bid. Entering the weekend, you probably would have said, hey, if the Spartans win their final 5 games of the year, they're probably in. Well, it's not quite looking that much of a sure thing anymore. In fact, the Spartans might be on the bubble on the outside looking in right now after the 2 losses. First, trying to close this one out here in the 7th with a 13-run lead. Slowed his first pitch to Victor Oppenheimer, misses up and in, 1-0. It'll be Oppenheimer, Corey, and Fosses due up, top of the order for Brandeis. Oppenheimer 2 for 3 in the game and hitting a .283 on the year. Ground ball, third base side. Kusha will charge. Bare hand. The throw to first is high, and it will pull the runner off the bag. And it'll go as an infield hit for Oppenheimer, who ran through the bag that time, and a good job by him. Third hit of the game for Oppenheimer. Now, to be fair, I would argue that that specific situation is probably the one where sliding would help you the most, as that misses down low. Again, Oppenheimer did the right thing there by coming in standing up, but when the throw is high and pulls the first baseman off the bag and he needs to apply a tag potentially, that's his only chance to get an out. As a called strike there to Corey. That's really the only situation where sliding headfirst into first base would actually be beneficial to you. Again, you don't really know that as a runner, and that's why you run through the bag at first. That's what you should do every time. Breaking ball for a called strike on the outside corner, 1-2. Outside, 2-2 the count. Corey at the plate, hitting at .377. He's singled in his last 2 at-bats and is 2 for 3 in the game. Slowed trying to close things out for Casey McConney, who would pick up his 2nd win of the year. That one's down and in for a ball. 3-2, full count. Can't imagine Oppenheimer will be in motion here with his team down 13. And a 3-2 count at the plate. Little surprised Murley's even holding him on. Called strike 3, and that will be the first out of the inning. Corey didn't like that one, thought it was down and in, but called a strike by Kyle Reese, and I think with 2 strikes in the count, a little bit too close of a pitch to look at. And that will be the first out of the inning. Oppenheimer still at first. And the batter now will be Isaac Fosses. Fosses 1 for 2, a walk and a single today. First pitch slider for a called strike, 0-1. Not sure slow to hit his spot on that one, but effective nonetheless. And Kyle Reese warning the dugout here for Brandeis. After I assume some chirping after that called third strike. The 0-1. Inside with the fastball, 1-1. Two and 1. And a pickoff attempt at first. Called strike, 2-2. And outside ball 3. Full count 3-2. Ground ball third base side. Kusha backhands it to second for one. On to first. In time. He holds the bag, and it's a game-ending double play started by Jacob Kusha and the Spartans. Come away with the win. Final score in 7, 17-4. Brandeis drops to 15-19 on the year with the loss. Case Western Reserve improves to 22-13. In conference play, Brandeis ends the year with a 3-13 conference record, and the Spartans improve to 7-7 to end their UA schedule this year. Casey McConney with the win. He improves to 2-2 on the year. No save in the game. The loss goes to Brandeis starting pitcher Cam Roberts. He drops to 3-3 for the campaign. And today's game lasted 2 hours and 14 minutes and was played in front of 85 fans here. Want to thank everyone once again for joining us. A reminder that we will have the final home game of the regular season for you as the Spartans take on John Carroll University here on Tuesday. That game scheduled for a 3 o'clock first pitch. Thanks again for joining us today, everybody. And again, we appreciate you joining us all season long. Final score here from Case Western Reserve University, 17-4 in 7 innings. The Spartans with the win. Have a good evening, everyone.